So this is a cool thing you can do with the AND statement. So let's say, for example, we've got an application that sells movie tickets. And so let's say we've got a variable called num tickets, okay? And by default, this variable is set to 0, okay? When a person adds tickets to their cart, then this variable changes to however many they have added, how many they plan on buying or have bought or whatever. So in that case, this can be increased to whatever. Let's say I buy 2 tickets, or I add 2 tickets to my cart, so now the variable's 2. Okay, but let's set it back to 0 for now. Let's say 0 is the default value. So it's at 0. Now, we know that if we were just to type in num tickets, if we were to evaluate this in an if-else statement, such as like this, then what it's looking at is whether num tickets is a truthy or falsy value. Right now, num tickets is set to 0, so that would be a falsy value. So if we were to say, console log, well, let's say there are tickets in the cart. So it's only going to say this string if there are tickets in the cart. If num tickets is truthy. And so there it says undefined. It doesn't log that string because it's a falsy value. If we were to go back and set num tickets to 2 now, and then we run that same exact statement, now it does say there are tickets in the cart because num tickets is now a truthy value. Okay, so this is how you would do that with an if-else statement. However, let's say you wanted to do the if-else statement, and let's say instead of they're just saying that there are tickets in the cart, you wanted to say there are and then the number of tickets in the cart. So we want to say exactly how many tickets there are in the cart. There are 2, oops, I forgot to say tickets. There are 2 tickets in the cart. Okay, so now it's not, let's say we only want to say this again if there are tickets in the cart. So instead of doing this with an if-else statement, there is another way we can do this, and that's with the AND operator as and using short circuiting. So what we will do is first let's set num tickets back to 0. Now, if we say this, num tickets and whatever comes on the other side of the AND here will only be evaluated if num tickets is truthy, because the way that short circuiting works with the AND operator is it evaluates it. If it's truthy, it continues. And if there are multiple AND symbols, it continues evaluating each one as long as they are all truthy. The first falsy value it runs into, it short circuits and it returns that falsy value. So in this case, we can use this because if numTickets is 0, then it's not going to do the next thing. So let's say the next thing is what we want to do here. We want to log to the console the number of tickets in the cart. Okay? And so if we simply run this, it doesn't log that in the cart. But now, let's say we add, let's just do a different number. Let's say we add 4 tickets this time. We're taking the whole family. Okay, and then here's what we're going to do. So first it's going to evaluate whether numTickets is truthy or falsy. It's going to find that numTickets is assigned to the number 4, which is a truthy value. And so it will evaluate that, and it will go on to the next value, or the next expression in this case, which is to log to the console the number of tickets in the cart. Okay, so in there, that's what it does. It does actually say that there are 4 tickets in the cart. So this works just exactly the same as if we had used an if-else statement.